The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 54, Nasdaq up 9, S&P's up 2, all-time highs. NDX 100. Now, that's the only one that hasn't joined the party yet.
Is this yesterday's show or every day?
Seriously. So you get the NDX up 18 points right now. You're at 5,998. We have the gold contract flat, $12.75. Silver is up 2 cents, $16.66. Light sweet crude, that is up 14 cents, $50.71. Notes and bonds. Now, this is going to get really intriguing. The reason being is that notes and bonds yesterday rejected lower price, folks. Came all the way back. This morning, guess what? Downtown again, rejected lower price again. Right now, you get the 10-year up 2 ticks. 30-year is flat. We'll see how this shakes out. King dollar down 110 ticks. What King dollar had done also, King dollar was trying to get into its August 16th high. Yesterday, failed. This morning, missed it only by 100 ticks.
Okay.
Someone's selling it down again. 93.310. The euro's at 117 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 112.5 to the U.S. dollar. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Think or Swim, as we do each and every day. And don't forget, folks, Kevin has a great show right here at TFNN, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you want to understand options upside down, the futures market. If you haven't test drove the Think or Swim platform, folks, it's a fabulous platform. It's a professional platform for retail traders. Really great. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner on the top of the side. Bring it up. I've been using this platform for, my God, it's probably going on 17 years now. Time just like goes, man. Crazy.
It raised my eyebrows on that one for sure.
I know.
Totally.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's like, really? Yeah. Kevin Hanks, what's going on?
Hello, Tom. Hello, Tommy. How you guys doing?
Morning, Kevin.
We're doing good. How you doing?
You guys are starting to sound like the weathermen in Southern California.
I know. You know what we're going to do, Kevin? We're just going to have a 5-minute recording at the beginning of the show, and then we're going to jump into things and do a live broadcast.
All-time highs, grinding higher.
Right? Market's green. Okay. And then, we'll say, here's Kevin Hinks, and then we'll start the show. There we go.
Have a great day.
Hey, man, I'm laying it on you because the bottom line is that, well, you know what it is? Really, even inside the traders room, said, okay, we're up 8 quarters in a row. I mean, that's pretty intense, you know. Bottom line is that you're up, though, right? That's what it comes down to.
It's not even up. It's up like huge, too, that when you put things in context.
Right.
Yeah, but here's what it is, guys. Even if, think of what's already happened since January of this year. 400 and some, give or take, regulations have come off this market.
Yeah.
Right? You're starting to see, even with all the blemishes that this stock market has and the daily news, that this thing has still begun to be unleashed by, less regulation and things like that. So just imagine what can happen next if they start to get some of this tax reform right. I'm convinced that there's another leg up if tax reform gets done right.
Yeah,
there's another leg up.
It's going to be interesting watching what they get done. Meaning, because you'll have some large financial companies against other ones, right? I mean, this is how it's going to seem to be shaken out. It's going to be whoever is the best lobbyist as to what is going to be the push and what's going to be the take on this. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, think about this, Tom. When the administration comes out and says most people in this country are going to be able to do their taxes on a postcard. Well, how do you think the tax lawyers and the accounting lobbyists are dealing with that?
Yeah, that's not going to fly. Exactly.
Yeah, they're going to push back on it, and it still may fly, but it's going to be tough sledding here. The bottom line is this. The biggest problem with this country right now is you can't give things to people and then try to take them away.
Right.
That's where you get the biggest resistance.
Sure.
And that's a tough That's a tough row to hoe. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they didn't go to negotiation school on that one, man.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's tough to do all these things. So believe me, I look at it. Just remember, people that are our age, Tom, all you got to do is look back at Reagan.
Yep.
When he was trying to do tax reform and how difficult it was and how he got, horrible things said about him in terms of the media and everything like that. So it's a tough row to hoe. But, I mean, the biggest thing I'm looking at come midweek now,
yes.
Remember, we've got payrolls coming out on Friday.
Right.
And payrolls, everyone should be careful here because the consensus, a lot of the consensus for this number is about 100,000 jobs.
Okay.
Now, that sounds terrible, but it's because of the hurricane effect, which we talk about a lot on swim lessons, and the hurricane effect on all these. So you got to be careful. All these numbers that are coming out now have to be consumed and digested, thinking about what the hurricanes have done to the economy.
And so picture this. Personally, we know it down here. We were closed a day, but that has never happened in years, right?
And we were lucky in that your house lost electricity for a week.
But there's plenty of businesses that were closed for a week down here, Kevin, and we didn't even get hit.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's just where we are. I can't imagine more southern Florida, and then down in Naples, they got hit big.
Texas going, of course.
Oh, he's in
and then,
Texas,
today they have GM and Toyota.
There was two of them, right?
Yes, yeah. So
Florida is still not 100% back.
No, we still get trees on our
we have
street.
Debris lining
Right. So
there's a lot of issues, and these. So everyone that sees these numbers when they come out has to digest them with a different tone, as they're going to look different.
Yeah,
because of the effects of the hurricane. And remember, we saw that in jobless claims the last couple of weeks, a little higher than expected because of that.
And what's going to be interesting, like 3 months from now, though, is going to be the amount of bread that's coming into the economy, rebuilding.
Yeah, we saw some of that manufacturing number. Right?
What
were we looking at yesterday?
Yeah, the manufacturing, the ISM number. Come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you know what you're seeing. When you see things like this happen, a month, 2 months, you count it. I don't know. Let the smarter people count it. They're going to snap back.
Yes.
Right? And then that'll be the true test. But right now, I think what you're seeing right now in this market, look at E-minis are up $0.50. It's just void of sellers. There's no one willing to step in and sell it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And you can see that, like yesterday when we opened up, I knew it was window dressing, but man, they just went right into those Dow stocks in a second. I mean, we had divergence. The FANGs couldn't get going. But those Dow stocks, man, they like those big price stocks.
Definitely.
Right. Right. So, I mean, there's a lot to digest between now and Friday, but obviously Friday's number is the biggest number of the month, in my opinion.
Yes.
Right? The payrolls number is the biggest number of the month. So you're going to really have to dig through and see all these numbers and see what the hurricane effect is on them. But it's going to be interesting. That always makes, speculation is how we make money.
Totally.
So,
and now we're kicking into the fall, and before we know it, Santa Claus is going to be around the corner, right? Ho, ho, ho.
And you got a 971 VIX.
I know. I heard Tommy's update, a 971 VIX.
And that's a little high. We were at like 933, I think, coming into the open.
It's spiking here to 971.
Right, it is. Right. Context is everything. We're up big.
And folks, that's why you want to listen to Kevin's show every trading day, 11 to 12, because guess what? There's a strategy for a low VIX, and as they go through it, you're going to love it. Kevin Hanks, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. The Dow Industrials right now are up 48. You have the NASDAQ down 5. S&P's are flat. We are going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, accurate active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 56. You get the Nasdaq down 3. S&Ps are flat. And I want to go over and take a look at Tesla. I heard you talking about Tesla on that update.
We'll have to get our man David White on here to talk about this because something's come to fruition, man, and they are having some trouble putting out their new Model 3, and that's the future of their company right now. So go ahead.
Tesla's down 6.5, but the
that's
number
like
you
nothing
came,
compared to
the miss was
staggering
huge.
number, right? I expected it to be down a little bit more than that.
Exactly.
We'll pull it over here. So let's pull it over the article. So Tesla falters with Model 3 as initial output trails forecast, and that's almost a kind headline.
That's
to
definitely
put
a kind
things.
headline.
The company blames bottlenecks. What does that even mean? That's a PR spin, you know?
Yeah.
They only produced 260 units of the 1,500 they expected. Now, they need way more than 1,500. This was their first shot at putting it together.
That is the Model 3 is the max one they
it's
want,
going to be a $35,000 car, correct?
Okay, right.
So this is the one that they took all those $1,000 deposits for, right? And Tesla produced 25,000 vehicles in the third quarter, down slightly from the 3 months in June. But Musk warned that handing over the keys to the first Model 3 owners in July, that it would be hell ramping up the output of the car. And, you know, they disappointed in a big way.
Line,
So let's, where was the actual number? 260 versus 1,500. Output of the sedan that starts at 35,000, roughly half the cost of the least expensive Model S, and as I think we all know, the Model S approaches $100,000 really quickly, was lower than expected because of unspecified. That's the real word there, as in we have no idea why they really dropped the ball on producing that car. And that should send some fear into that stock, and it's not sending as much as I thought it would be when I pulled it up.
I know.
Because, you know, it's down from 340 to 335. That's basically a blip.
Right.
And if they can't put those cars together, and, you know, they're facing a lot of competition, so they got to get ahead of that competition to gain some market share before you have, you know, the Volvos of the world saying they're going electric. You know, the Chevy Volt ramping up their production,
Sure.
and then all the other electric car companies that are new to the market
Right.
that are going to be competing. So we'll see, but not good news, that's for sure.
And you know, when you look at this, you can put this on a weekly for a second, because this has, this wants the bottom of this consolidation. Look at that volume there, 306. I mean, it's.
Sure.
I suspect we're going to make it right down there, but that. You know what's amazing?
And I don't think that would be a big deal to most people if we made it there. The fear is that it continues lower.
Oh, for sure. Listen,
can you go back to Tesla and go to the description?
Yeah, I mean, So you might get a market cap of 55 billion.
Yeah, what's their PE? It's not available because they're losing money hand over fist.
Right.
You know.
Right. And so remember, let's remember 55 billion, right? And then this is
for the market cap. Yep.
Yeah. And they take in. Okay, so they take in, let's say, 12 billion, right, this year?
Sure.
Okay, 12 billion, 55 billion. Now watch this when you go to GM. This is what gets this is what drives people crazy. I don't blame them either.
Yeah.
So. GM,
63 billion.
63
somewhat
billion.
Comparable.
Yeah, and that's because GM just went up so dramatically the last week.
Yeah.
And look what they take in.
146 billion.
Yeah.
But in fairness, right, they have a decline next year. Everything's growth. What are you doing for me next year?
Right.
And they're not even forecasting growth now. I saw in Tesla's, they forecasted to go from about 11 billion this year to 20 billion next year. But guess what? I bet that forecast had to do with 1,500 units getting produced this quarter.
Yeah.
And so that forecast might not be as reliable as it was yesterday.
and now if we look at the chart, the GM is at all-time highs from their bankruptcy. This is a new chart, folks, okay?
Yeah.
Because the bottom line, GM was a lot higher.
And they're going to be in that market. You know, they're going to be competing. So, it's quite a road ahead for Tesla. We'll see what shakes out. It'll be interesting to follow that for sure.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at, actually, let's go put Bitcoin up, because did you see so I suspect, I'll say Bitcoin's down to $147. Yesterday what happened is that, and this is this is on the headlines today of the Wall Street Journal, folks. I brought this up last night. Remember, Jamie Dimon came out with J.P. Morgan saying Bitcoin's a fraud, right?
Yes.
Goldman Sachs last night, and this is what it's all about. They basically have a whole team right now looking at Bitcoin, because they're saying their customers want to understand how this,
Did you see the front page of the Journal?
Yeah.
Maybe this is going to be it. We'll see. There you go. Goldman Sachs is considering a new trading operation dedicated to Bitcoin.
Exactly.
And guess what? You can make a lot of money off trading a fraud, though, if you're selling it somehow or somehow creating some type of arbitrage. I mean, traders like volatility, and there's one thing that you can be sure of, is that there's volatility in that market, and that doesn't necessarily say that Goldman Sachs is a true believer. What they say is there's opportunity to trade that currency.
That's right.
And
they want to set up the exchanges.
Yeah.
That's what that's about. And actually, when this was coming across, Dave had reminded me that last Friday, Japan, or a week ago Friday, Japan had legalized 8 crypto exchanges in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's big. Bottom line.
Yeah, there's a lot of ones. There's a lot of countries over there clamping down simultaneously.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But guess what? Japan, United States, Europe.
Hey, you got to include China in there, and they're the ones that are hell-bent on preventing it. So if Japan is pro-crypto and China's against it, guess what?
All the money's
China's
going to
win.
I don't know about that. See, I think
really? Okay.
I think that the Chinese will take their money, they'll get it over to Japan.
No, that's why cryptocurrencies aren't there. How are they going to get it over there if you can't do it in cryptocurrencies? Exactly. Okay, we'll end the conversation there. Yeah. But that's the reason why.
They've been very good at getting money out of that country.
Not recently, to be fair. I mean, that's it used to be that real estate market, in Manhattan and stuff. They used to be a bigger player, and that's why they're clamping down on this.
Yeah, the flow of money. The flow of money. Let's go look inside the Dow Industrials and see what is hitting all-time highs today. So, you got the movers point-wise is Boeing. Boeing's putting 11 positive points. United Health 9, 3M 8, Walmart 6. Taking away his Travelers 3, McDonald's 3, Merck 2, nothing.
Can we jump into Walmart? What's going on with Walmart? Because that's a good move.
It is a good move.
$79 stock
Yeah,
to be
I saw
up
that. Yeah.
percent and a half.
Let's see. Walmart expands New York food delivery footprint by acquiring Parcel. What's Parcel? Let's see. In a sign of tense-linked battle, New York's online shoppers, Walmart's acquiring Parcel, a company specialized in same-day delivery of groceries and meal kits. Yep, they're getting in the business.
Yep.
It's going to be Amazon against Walmart.
And it's free same-day delivery in New York City, the most populous city, obviously. Continues to push e-commerce to compete with, of course, Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah. So Walmart has sought to leverage its way into the e-commerce through a string of acquisitions. It agreed to pay $310 million in cash. And online apparel Bonobos, familiar with that. It purchased that Jack.com a while back for $3.3 million to get their founder Mark Lohr, who's now their head of e-commerce, and he is the e-commerce genius from what he did there. And then he also, what was he in charge of? Babies, diapers.
Yeah, Amazon bought him out
for diapers when he was doing that. I believe.
Diapers.com and all that, and
which then Amazon had to kill because they couldn't quite transition that into what they wanted to.
Right.
So New York City is the top market for both Jet and Walmart.com, and because of the density, obviously, along with the proximity to fulfillment centers, it's a perfect place for high-impact innovation.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's going to be quite a battle for that same-day delivery environment.
I wonder if we'll even have refrigerators anymore. We need a refrigerator. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials are up 62. Nasdaq is flat. S&Ps are also flat. Gold down $1.60. We're going to be right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 60. You get the Nasdaq down 1. S&P's a flat. So this is GM.
Yeah, that's what Kevin was talking about, and I started kind of brief it in. So Toyota and GM post biggest U.S. sales gains on post-Harvey demand.
Yeah.
As we all see just the destruction.
So much water down there.
Water,
Right.
cars, and they talked about this even before the storm rolls in. That this is, cars get destroyed, you got to buy new cars. And there you go. Toyota and GM posted their biggest sales gain as the largest automakers in the U.S. beat analyst estimates helped by consumers in Texas starting to replace vehicles damaged by Hurricane Harvey. So that's where, like Kevin was talking about, you're going to see these implications for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And, you have two enormous states, Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
And it's going to play into a bunch of different aspects of the economy, whether it's jobs, business, manufacturing, car sales, for sure.
All of the above.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's go over into the NDX and see what is moving the NDX out here today. So you get paychecks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
up
quite a move.
3.8%. Let's look at that first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4%.
and look at that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be first quarter bets estimate. They're
Can we
getting a
dig
lot of
into it and
business.
see what they... So here let's even stress. So revenue was 816 versus 816. I'm going to tick down a bit. They beat by 2 pennies, I saw. There it is, 62 versus 60.
Right. That's a good indication that people are working.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We use paychecks.
Yeah.
That's...
Yep. It's going all across. I was looking for future tops first quarter forecast. So
Misses on revenue.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and that's where they missed here by 0.6
okay.
million.
Okay.
But yeah, they missed in quite a jump. I'm looking for forward forecasts, right? Because a 4% jump on just those top line numbers with a miss in revenue doesn't seem like it's there. Maybe they have an earnings call slides going, so they might have an earnings call going on right now, and there could be things getting discussed on that earnings call that kind of add some volatility there.
So that's the leader inside the NDX. You got American Airlines up 2.8%. Liberty's in there again, 2.5. Taken away from it, INCY, that's down 2.5.
Mercado Libre.
Yeah, that's a big, like an Amazon of South America. That's down 2.3. Tesla's 1.8, and Schreier's 1.7. Nothing heavy, actually. We go to the IBB. We take a look at the IBB, and it's been trying to break out of this 336 area. Got above it yesterday with volume, just pulling back today. If you haven't test drove, folks, the Nadex platform, come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. So I at the 11 o'clock, we'll pull it up after the break, but we'll see. I at the 11 o'clock, so they have 2-hour ones, folks, and I got a 2-hour one. I get the 9 to 11.
Okay, they ended 11. Okay.
Yeah. And I
I'm
get
guessing you're short?
The top, yeah, I know. The top of the box is 25.30.
Okay.
So I'm kind of...
So there'd be a 10-point S&P right down to 25.20?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now it'd be about even.
Okay.
Because this is what was trading when I actually could come into it.
Sure. See what happens.
Yeah. The NQs. Now, the NQs... Yeah, they haven't been able to make it. They're hanging up here. I mean, the longer they hang up here, the more they're going to try to test this level. But
sure. What was interesting yesterday, how about all of the big FANG stocks really weren't rocking and rolling for the type of day it was having, right?
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And what do you have? You have Facebook in front of Congress today, too, to add some volatility there, potentially.
Oh, yeah. Amazon couldn't hold a bid.
Yep.
Google had some juice yesterday, I believe. Well, it didn't hold. No, it didn't hold there either. Yeah, it went from 962 to 947.
How about Microsoft? I think that might have been positive yesterday.
Yeah, the Microsoft's powerful right now, man.
Yeah. Oh no, so they ended positive, but yeah.
They're buying some big Battlefield or something. Said in talks to extend Battlefield exclusive. The creator of Battlegrounds of hit video game Players Unknown Battlegrounds is in talk with Microsoft about extending their agreement to publish the game exclusively on Xbox. I didn't read this one, but they had something in the journal too that whatever this Battlegrounds is actually changing the video the whole scene again.
Yeah. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has become this year's surprise hit of the game industry, selling 13 million copies and shattering records for the personal computer game sales. Giants such as Sony, Tencent are clamoring for rights to put the title on their consoles. Microsoft declined to comment on whether it in talks to extend exclusivity. Let's slide down here. The game was created by good Irishman, Brendan Green, a.k.a. PlayerUnknown, and Bluehole, a little-known developer in Korea. Korea puts out so much technology, and they do. Their valuation has surged to 5.2 trillion won, or $4.5 billion, up fivefold in just 3 months. And I've been reading something about this, so it's almost like the game is constantly being developed or something, I believe, where it's not like a finished product game.
Okay.
And we'll have to do some more research. But yeah, it's the biggest game, and it's something like it's not even technically, quote-unquote, finished yet, you know, where they're just developing
And it's only on Xbox, is that what it would be?
I don't. Yeah, I think it was.
It
could
only
be just computers.
Right now, it's only Microsoft. They have an exclusive.
But that could mean Windows. I don't know what that means. You see, I mean, that could be everybody. Computers are a gaming force to be reckoned with, let alone the consoles. I'm not sure if that just means consoles. You might be able to play that on your computer.
I see.
That's it. You know, because that's the next generation. Why do you need an Xbox? We got Xbox. We got computers that are Xboxes right in front of us. You know, I mean, that's
for sure. Yeah,
that's
I
probably
can see that.
where maybe they'd have that expansive growth. I'm just guessing, but.
Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here, and we'll see whether they get any juice in this market. As we advance micro, look at that, up again, up 66 cents. You get Ford up 23, Bank of America is up 11, GM's up 127. Title Shop, that's getting smoked. That's down That's down 450 at 860. You have MGM's down 18 cents. Did you see? So when they started yesterday, they have metal detectors at the doors, and you can't get in without going through the metal detectors.
I would assume. I was talking to some of my friends, and that's a pretty immediate change that I expected would happen. I mean, we didn't used to have to go through metal detectors at sporting events.
Yeah.
That seems to be a fairly common practice at this stage.
Right.
And with being able to amass the arsenal that gentleman had in his room, I would say that shouldn't be allowed, and let alone an arsenal anywhere. But
15
they
guns.
don't want those types of, and it doesn't make sense. So that was pretty logical, and I would guess that it's a matter of hours, if not days, before everybody follows suit in that type of metal detectors. I mean, any sporting event you go to. So what's the difference? You have thousands and thousands of people in those casinos on any given weekend. It's pretty similar to that type of a venue sporting event. They have concerts in there going on every night. Barbra Streisand, whatever it is, right?
The pool parties.
Right.
That's like a
exactly. And just staying on that, obviously the tragedy. It'll be interesting to see just from a PR standpoint how MGM and Mandalay Bay really come at that, because we're all familiar now with the 32nd floor. What are they going to do with that 32nd floor, let alone the floors around it? They have quite a little battle for themselves, and that's why MGM, I think, faced more heat than the rest of the stocks, because I will not be staying on that 32nd floor anytime soon, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they'll rename the floors.
I wouldn't even want to stay on there anyway, so that's just,
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 67, Nasdaq's up 3, S&P's up 1.5.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 66. You have the Nasdaq, where is she? Up 5. S&P's are flat. And if we get into, let's go see what the gold market's doing out here.
Excuse me.
Okay, so we get down to 1271. You're 1275. 1265 is the end of this bar, which is the strength on June 9th. Let me see what we have here. Is that June? What is it?
Yes.
It's August.
Sorry,
August 9th. August 9th. Okay. So you're coming into 291,000. That's going to be pretty good. We've done 144. It's got a long way to go, though. This thing's got to get back inside 1291.
Quite a pullback, seriously.
Yeah. So we've come back from, what, 1362, $100. Almost $90.
So they're talking about in the Den that they have the Equifax CEO before Congress, and the CEO is saying that the public executives who sold stock in Equifax before September 6th had no idea about the hack. None. None.
I know.
That's believable. Does my sarcasm come through? I hope so.
Well, the thing that's amazing about that is that if you're running a company and you didn't know that you just had 145 million of your accounts looked at, like that, that's neglect.
Yeah.
It
speaks to due diligence. I like that term. People like to claim they had no idea. Well, guess what? Then you're guilty of a neglect that is beyond reason, because, you know, what are you supposed to be doing as an executive if you're completely unaware? You could say that for anything. Well, then it becomes, you know, almost criminally liable due diligence, lack of due diligence. You know, you can't say, well, I'm the guy, but I never showed up for work. I never replied to emails. I never called anybody. I never did anything. It's like, well,
except I got my paycheck.
Of course, things fell apart then. Exactly.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So the bond market here. So the 10-year note yesterday, we were down at 124.30. Made it all the way back up to 125. Closed out about 125.06. This morning gets to a higher low, and now it's going to give the high of yesterday a run for its money. This is going to be interesting watching this, because what it's doing.
Yeah, we're already pretty much right at that level, right? What is that?
125.12. Yeah, okay. we actually hit it.
Yep.
And we're hitting it with a lot more volume. So this is saying these bonds are going to go again. And if the bonds are going to trying to make a run again. We're stopping it right now. Look at that over there. See, that's the downdraft from that would have been Friday.
Yeah.
That supply line is pretty intense, but
That was a big day on Friday, obviously, for the markets, for the bonds. Yeah, we were traveling, but we caught a glimpse as we were getting ready. That was a big day.
it's working on it though.
It is.
It is definitely working on it. We go take a look at the. I want to take a look at some of the Apple suppliers. So that's SWKS. SWKS. Okay, so that's up 63 cents. No AVGO. That's down. That's flat, really. Yeah. So and Apple's been getting some bad press about like exactly what's happening with these phones.
Yeah.
I guess it's not going to matter though once they come out, right?
We'll see. That was my only hesitation.
I could smell that
they
one.
definitely have,
right,
you know.
right.
But you know, people were being a little bit cynical at the workshop, and almost rightfully so, saying, you know, maybe they create then, you know, a bottleneck demand. Maybe, they don't have all the iPhone 10s they thought. Then there's all these big lines to get the iPhone 10, and there's pent-up demand, and that's, you know, they love that. So how does that all play into the end game? We'll see.
Yeah. So if we, here it is right here. This is Warren Buffett and truck stops. He already owns a couple big railroads, put them together. Now, this is the I'm sure folks, most of us know the Flying J. I mean, if you go across the country, these things are everywhere.
Okay.
And they're truck stops. They're monster truck stops. Buffett is...
So they're buying 38.6% of it. By 2023, they're going to own 80% of it.
Right.
With the rest held by the Haslam family, including CEO. So that's probably who owns it right now. Yeah.
Right. And they own the Cleveland Browns.
So this is number 15 on the Forbes list of America's largest private companies.
Right. Look at the revenue. $20 billion.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah.
Quite a number.
And they cater to truckers.
And it's amazing when you look. So that puts it in the same ballpark as major publicly traded companies: Sears, Marriott, Southwest Airlines. Their market capitalization value them anywhere from a discount to revenue to nearly double their revenue, which implies Pilot J could be a sizable acquisition for Berkshire. And, you know, we all know, if you follow the market, Berkshire needs to spend money, man.
Right.
And this is one of the ways they're going to start doing it, I guess, because they have so much cash that they need to find some deals. So this is one of the deals, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what's intriguing about this is that, and this could be a play on the Amazon and delivery.
Okay.
He bought 2 railroads.
Okay.
Now he's buying the truck stops for the trucks. It's all about getting somewhere.
Sure.
You know. So
Sure.
And there's going to be more goods getting somewhere.
Yeah.
You know. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So this is why it makes sense for. So let's see if we go up here. Their margins on gas sales go up when oil prices drop, and as fuel margins became more volatile over the past year, the major chains have turned to acquisitions to gain scale and reduce volatility. So that company's facing competition. This is why it makes sense for Pilot Flying J to have a financial backing of Berkshire amid competitive pressure. So you have the owners of Circle K, which we have a bunch of those down here, has been scooping up convenience store businesses in Europe and North America, such as CST Brands for $4.4 billion. Earlier this year, 7&I Holdings, owner of 7-Eleven, bought about 1,100 Sunoco's. So there's consolidation. So that company probably said, you know, maybe this is a good time to kind of cash out and take an investor on and grow and be able to compete with those major international companies, kind of solidifying their stake.
And even when you have large pockets, you want larger pockets.
Well, if you're dealing with, you know, those, you know, the 7-Elevens and the Sunoco's of the world and the Circle K's, you better be always growing and always innovating, for sure.
Let's go take a look at the GDX. So GDX, you get the Market Vectors Gold Miners Trust. That yesterday, we rejected lower price yesterday, and we'll see what this can shake out today. So, you know, what I'd like to see is a wide price spread, accelerated volume. Now we're only up 16 cents. If we got 6 million shares traded, and you're gonna want I want a good 60, 70 million shares here.
Okay.
And I don't suspect we get that today.
Okay.
But bottom line is that, you know, you build a little cause, next few days we just might get it.
Yeah.
Because when you do go over, well, look at this dollar, folks, okay? This is pretty amazing. And if, you know, you haven't traded the dollar or the euro on the Nadex platform, it's a pretty neat place to trade it. So we've done 14,000 contracts today. yesterday we did 22,000. You failed to get over the highs of last week, tested it. You got over them, but you closed underneath them. Today, it punched into 93,775, and it's 93,840. It's going to be amazing if it can't make that bounce.
Sure.
Because it's like, okay. Yeah. So now, is that going to be lining up for the rest of the week that they're going to start selling this dollar down again? If that's the case, that could be an 88, a large ABC structure on the way down.
88 for the dollar.
Yeah,
okay.
which would be
quite a move.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials up 66, Nasdaq's up 4, S&Ps are up 1. We're going to be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 62, Nasdaq is up 1, S&P's are flat, and we were talking about the Nadex platform, and
sure.
So this trade expires when 5 minutes, right?
5 minutes and 23 seconds.
Right.
Hey, those 23 seconds.
They all count, man. They all count.
Cash.
So this is a spread that I was doing, folks.
Yes. So right now the S&P is trading at 25.2662. We'll pull this up. You're in, as you said, the 25.30s to 25.20s. And it looks like you got in them at about 9 o'clock. The price you paid was 25.27.9. I'm guessing the market would have been about maybe a half a point above that to pay a little bit of premium in it at the same time. But right now it's kind of going to be trading give or take. And this is a perfect example, 25.26.6. and the bid offer is about 0.2 on each side of that.
Right.
Right. And this is why, we talked about at the workshop this weekend. You can really trade these spreads actively if you want to, because that is such a tight spread. You're not going to get worked on the in and out if you're going to be an active trader. Whereas the binaries work as well, but the binaries sometimes you just have to be aware of the bid offer spread, because you might be paying a spread that is too difficult to trade instantly in and out. Whereas these, you're paying such a small premium, sometimes you can.
Right.
Yeah.
And particularly, we haven't had any volatility, so when you get volatilities with these 10-point ones, it's pretty neat, because if you can get 3 or 4 S&P points on both sides, you can have orders in.
Sure.
You don't, when you get the spike, you don't want to be able to try to hit it then. You want the order in, whether you're buying or selling.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
And then, if you haven't test drove this, folks, you could just hit the platform, hit the banner. They'll bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, so you can see how these trade. You stay right there. We get going to Chicago, Illinois, Thinkorswim headquarters. And then, of course, we're going to have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Dave White, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, Andy will be back. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.